Welcome to Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Gretchen Plushaw. I am so excited to be here at Do Tour 20th anniversary and with an amazing human being. I just met her. I feel like I've known you for years. This is Maggie, and she works for Boarding for Breast Cancer, and we have such a serendipitous story because this is a company that means very much to me. How are you doing?
Doing great, having a great time here at Do Tour this weekend.
Awesome.
We have our education booth all weekend long, teaching people how to do self-exams and what potentially cancerous masses feel like.
And it's so cool too because we have to say your booth, and we'll try to get a picture up there for you guys too to see. We wanted to do it there, and it's so beautiful out. It's so loud. The crowds are going. You have so many people at your booth. It's brilliant. It's a happy thing, but I wish we could have shown you the booth. So hopefully a picture to come. Now, Maggie, how long have you been with Boarding for Breast Cancer?
So I just celebrated 10 years with Boarding for Breast Cancer. Yeah,
okay.
I started as a volunteer and then an intern in the office, and 10 years later, now I'm the event director.
That's amazing. That's so cool. And we think that we might have met like in a past life and a couple of years ago because Boarding for Breast Cancer, I know someone that helped you kind of get into it, Blair Young, who is one of the main, what's your early days starting Boarding for Breast Cancer?
Yeah, she was with Boarding for Breast Cancer, I think, for about 14 years.
Wow. And can you give us a little bit of background because it is such a powerful, I know that people watching at home have probably heard of it because it's all over Vail, the old Burton US Open. You guys have been to many different events. What is Boarding for Breast Cancer?
Yeah. So we were started back in 1996 by some pro snowboarders who had a friend who was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 26.
Wow.
She found a lump when she was 24, but this was in 1996 where...
What is her name? Do you
Monica Stewart.
Yes, okay, I remember this. Sorry, okay.
Yeah, so she found a lump at 24. She was written off by her doctors. You're too young, it's nothing.
Wow.
And then at 26 was finally diagnosed, but by that point it was stage 4. So she passed away about 3 weeks before our first ever Boarding for Breast Cancer Snowboard Music Festival.
Okay.
And the whole purpose of it was to get people involved and know that breast cancer does happen to young people, and you know, if you can catch it early and you can find your own lumps, your chances of survival are so much higher.
I love that.
So our mission is to get people to check themselves every single month and know what they're looking for. And it's not necessarily about like finding cancer, it's about knowing your body, what's healthy for you and what's normal for you.
And I love that you said that too, because we're going to get real deep and honest, because it is a sensitive subject, and it is an important subject, I should say more so. You know, we were having a conversation as well, and my grandma lived and passed from breast cancer, as well as my aunt, on 2 different sides of my family. And we were just talking about how it's time that I need to go get checked. And I do, you know, there's ways that you teach, actually. I think I got taught from you guys, to be really honest, how to check yourself. And I do this, I would say once a week, but it's so important, and I have to call myself out to go in and also see a doctor. And it's not an easy conversation. I think a lot of women and men feel nervous like myself, but that's real, and you have to really take it seriously.
Yeah. I send a text to my family once a year. All the women, it's time.
I love that.
Go schedule your mammograms.
Good for you. I love that.
We also have an app called Boarding for Breast Cancer in the App Store, and you can sync it with your cycle. It's not a cycle tracker.
Oh, cool.
But it once a month will tell you to check yourself.
I think that's brilliant. And I have to say, when you go and visit you guys, when you come to all these different events, it's so neat. You have visuals there. People are so well educated. I mean, that's brilliant. You know, everyone there knows what they're talking about. It's very good, you know, but really you're so well versed, and you make people feel really comfortable. And I remember, you know, when you do talk about breast cancer, obviously it's not an easy thing to talk about. And we all have a friend or a mother or sister, and that's another thing we need to say, men as well. Yeah. Men get breast cancer, and that's a real thing.
Yeah, and it's important for men to know what they're feeling for as well, because most self-detected cases are from a female's partner.
That's
interesting. So about 40% of self-detected cases are from a female's partner.
Wow, that is, you have to feel so good about yourself that you're helping heal the world. I mean, this is pretty, no, you really are. Don't be humble. I'm like, she is.
It's, you know, I mean, I've been here for 10 years now, and it's really like, I don't want to say touching, but you know, I've taught self-exams in the booth before, and then a few years later, someone comes up and says, oh, I found my lump because I felt it here at the booth, and then
oh my gosh, that just took me. That's brilliant. I feel like maybe you're the one that taught me. I really feel like we have met. This is brilliant. So Maggie, it's so neat because I feel like obviously what you're doing is you are helping heal the world. It's so very important. And can you give us some of the events you guys go to, because it's so rad. You're all over the country, and are you all over the world as well?
So we are nationwide, and we just launched in Japan, which is really exciting.
Cool. That's really exciting.
Launching in Canada pretty soon.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And where can everyone go to get more information? Because obviously, can you name some of the events though real quick too, just because that's exciting?
Yeah, so I mean, we do tour, we do the US Open of Surfing,
Yes.
Supergirl Pro. We just try to go to any and all action sports events, and
Cool.
then we also host a 16-stop winter series called Love Your Peaks.
That's Love Your Peaks. I
Yes.
love this. Okay.
Yeah, so we're about halfway through our season right now.
Awesome.
We'll be at Homesick at Stratton in a few weeks. We'll
Cool.
be at Killington in a few weeks.
That's so
Sierra at Tahoe, Mammoth Mountain in May.
I love this. Thank you so much for everything you do. And
you.
where is the easiest way to get connected with Boarding for Breast Cancer? Website, Instagram, Facebook, socials? What is the easiest?
So we're online at b4bc.org and then on Instagram at b4bc.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing, Maggie. We love you. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good